In the heart of Ogbunike, where fireflies dance and shadows whisper secrets, Clara slipped through the night like a ghost. Her nimble fingers had plucked coins from market stalls and mangoes from neighbors' trees, always escaping with a sly grin. But tonight, her heart pounded with a bolder prize in mind. Mama Esther's garden, a place of legend where herbs glowed under moonlight, promising wealth beyond dreams. Clara crouched low, her breath shallow, as she snipped a shimmering root from the sacred soil. The air grew heavy, the crickets fell silent, but she didn't notice. Tucking the root into her wrapper, she vanished into the dark, unaware of the eyes, ancient, unblinking, watching from the shadows. By dawn, Clara's legs itched like they were crawling with ants. She scratched, laughed it off, and strutted to the market. But as the sun climbed, her steps felt wrong. Her legs seemed to stretch farther with each stride, her feet brushing the ground too far from her hips. Was it her imagination, or was she taller? That night, she tripped over her own feet, sprawling in the dust. The village children giggled, pointing. Clara's legs are running away. Her mother, Agnes, frowned, muttering about spirits. Clara's heart raced. What had she unleashed? The next day, Clara's legs grew longer still. Her knees brushed her chest when she sat. Her strides cleared half the compound in one step. She ducked to fit through her door, her heart thumping with dread. Ogbunike buzzed with whispers. Clara stole from Mama Esther. Those herbs are cursed. Agnes dragged her to Okoye, the village dibia, whose hut reeked of incense and fear. He squinted at Clara, his voice low. You took from the earth's keeper. Her garden is alive, guarded by spirits. Confess, or you'll never walk right again. Clara's stubborn pride flared. I stole nothing, she spat, but her voice cracked. That night, her legs stretched further, creaking like old wood. She couldn't sleep, clutching the stolen root hidden under her mat. It pulsed faintly, warm to the touch. Was it alive? As moonlight spilled through her window, a shadow moved outside. A low chant echoed, chilling her blood. Was Mama Esther coming for her? By the third day, Clara's legs were a spectacle. She towered over the market, her steps shaking the ground, toppling baskets of yams. Children ran screaming. Women clutched their wrappers, whispering, She's cursed. Clara tried to laugh, but her voice trembled. She could barely walk without stumbling, her legs twisting like vines. Agnes, pale with fear, knelt before Mama Esther's compound. Save my daughter, she begged. The herbalist's eyes were calm, sharp as a blade. She must return what she stole and confess. The earth does not forgive thieves. Clara, hiding nearby, overheard. Her heart pounded. She'd sell the root, not return it. But that night, her legs grew so long she couldn't stand without ropes tied by pitying neighbors. Lying on her mat, she stared at the root, its glow brighter, almost mocking. A knock rattled her door. Clara, a voice whispered, soft but chilling. You can't run forever. Who was outside? And why did the ground beneath her feel alive? Clara's world unraveled. Her legs, now impossibly long, dragged behind her like fallen trees. She couldn't steal, couldn't run, couldn't hide. The village shunned her, calling her Clara Longlegs, their laughter cutting deeper than knives. Desperate, Agnes sought another dibia, a woman named Neka, who lived by the river. Neka's eyes widened at Clara's legs. This is no ordinary curse, she whispered. Mama Esther's herbs are tied to the earth spirit. You've stolen its heart. Confess, or you'll grow until you touch the sky. Clara's defiance crumbled. Tears stung her eyes as she limped to Mama Esther's compound, her legs scraping the dusty path. The village watched, silent, as she fell to her knees. I took your root, she sobbed, dropping the glowing herb. I wanted wealth. I'm sorry. Mama Esther's face softened, but her voice was firm. Truth is the first step. Now you must make amends. As she burned the root in a clay pot, smoke curled upward and Clara's legs twitched. Would the curse lift, or was it too late? Mama Esther's command was clear. Clara must tend her garden for a year, nurturing the herbs she defiled. Clara, humbled, knelt in the soil, her long legs folding awkwardly. The work was grueling. Her hands, once quick to steal, now bled from planting. The villagers watched, wary, but some brought water, others whispered encouragement. Clara's legs stopped growing, but they remained unnaturally long, a reminder of her sin. Each night, she dreamed of the root, its glow pulsing in her mind, whispering, "You're not free yet." One evening, a storm swept through Ogbianike, lightning cracking the sky. Clara, alone in the garden, felt the ground tremble. "A voice, Mama Esther's," echoed in the wind. "The earth sees you. Prove your heart." A rare herb, glowing like the stolen root, sprouted before her. Was this a test? If she took it, would her legs grow again? Or was this her chance to prove she'd changed? Clara left the herb untouched, tending it instead with care. Days turned to weeks, and her legs began to shrink, inch by slow inch. The villagers noticed, their whispers softening. "Clara's changing," they said. She shared herbs with the sick, taught children their names, her one sly grin now warm with purpose. Mama Esther watched silently, her eyes gleaming with approval. By the harvest, Clara's legs were nearly normal, but her heart had grown larger than ever. One night, Mama Esther called her inside. "You've paid your debt," she said, handing Clara a small pouch of seeds. "Plant your own garden. Heal, don't harm." Clara wept, clutching the seeds. But as she left, Mama Esther's voice dropped. "Beware, Clara. The earth never forgets." Was that a warning, or a promise of something darker waiting? Clara's garden bloomed, rivaling Mama Esther's in beauty. She became Clara the healer, her hut filled with grateful villagers seeking remedies. Agnes, once ashamed, beamed with pride. Clara's legs were her own again, but her hands told a new story, stained with soil, steady with purpose. One evening, as fireflies lit Ogbianike, Mama Esther visited. "You stole from the wrong woman," she said, smiling. "But you became the right one." The village gathered, singing Clara's name under the stars. Her story spread, a tale of theft, consequence, and redemption, carried by the wind through Ogbianike's hills. But as Clara stood in her garden, a faint itch returned to her legs. She froze, heart racing. The earth was still watching. Would it ever let her go? Thank you for watching. Kindly like, comment, subscribe, and share for more videos.